Okay folks, here's another video about muscles. So this first muscle you've heard about from the gym as well. So if you do pull downs or lat pull downs, then this is this muscle. So it's showing you this muscle right here. So these are called Latissimus Dorsi or Latissimus Dorsi. And if you look right here, it tells you what it does. It extends and adducts and rotates the arm medially and draws the shoulder downward and backward. And it has more functions than that, but that's just a few. Here's a muscle that I really should have put on the other video, but it shows you this muscle, and the way that you can identify this muscle versus semispinalis capitis is that this one is going to be out more attached to the sides of the occipital bone. So out here to the sides versus right in here. The semispinalis capitis attaches right in here. This one attaches more out to the sides and goes down. Do not call this trapezius, but I call it the baby trapezius just because it looks like it goes down at a point like the trapezius. So this one's not called semispinalis capitis. It is called splenus capitis. We're going to go over several of these on this picture because we can show a lot of muscles on these. So this one is the one you saw before, so it's the deltoid, and you could actually take this off of this model. And then up here you're going to see the spine of the scapula right here, this piece that looks like bone. That's what that is. It's the spine of the scapula. And then above this would be supraspinatus muscle because it's on the supraspinous fossa. So supraspinatus. Down here below it you would have infraspinatus because it's below the spine. So this is the infraspinatus muscle on the infraspinous fossa, which you've already learned. And then you have this muscle here and this muscle here that we're going to look at in just a second. So this one here is lower, more inferior. This one's more superior. This one's deeper. And if you look over here, this one right here is the one we're specifically looking at on this card. So if you flip this over, it's going to be Teres Major. And that, if you look in the actions PowerPoint, it tells you what the Teres Major does. There's pictures of baseball players and swimmers, etc., and it shows you the actions of those. So this one is one you already saw just a second ago. If you look, is what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, I just saw this. So if you look at this, what you're going to see is you're going to see all of this right here. And so if you flip this over, it says infraspinatus, and you would be correct. And the reason why you know that is because it's below the spine. So it's right there, the spine of the scapula. And the way that you can tell that this is not subscapularis muscle is because you can actually see the spine. And so this would be infraspinatus on the infraspinous fossa, and this would be supraspinatus on the supraspinous fossa. And you can also see the infraspinatus over here. And if you look here, this is flipped backwards. You're looking at the inside. And this is also on the scapula, but it's on the underneath. So think of subfloring, which is below the floor. And this is subscapularis, and this is on the subscapular fossa. And then we have one more on this one that we can see. So if you look at this, I know that you've heard of Gluteus Maximus, and that's going to be the bigger outer buttocks muscles. And then you have several that are deeper that people haven't heard of as frequently. So you have this muscle here that they're showing, and that's going to be Gluteus Medius. So you have Gluteus Maximus on the outside, and then smaller muscles, which are medius, which are in the middle. And then you have this one, which is here and here. And there's, of course, Gluteus Maximus. But then you've got this one, which is the deepest, and it's going to be Gluteus Minimus. So it's the smallest and deepest. And medius is in the middle, and maximus is on the outside. Hope this helps.